since you made that.
Silent Hill TDS, J. Leo, Hitchhikers. Check. I'ma spit fire and propane. Keep a little baggie of some veggies, your romaine. Zombie ass bitch tryna eat up the whole brain. While this bummy ass nigga still asking for more change. Get your taste buds lit, popping right under your tongue. Lighting up a sharp strain, feel like it's chopping your lungs. Smoke another leaf to the head, feeling like Danny Phantom. Got a medicine jar in my car full of zany samples. Running with the factions when my rations getting low. Get down on the floor, blood races like I'm whipping blow. Shit show for show, I don't know, I just release and go. Can't hear what you're saying, this sweet you loud and you're speaking low. Johnny smoking haze in a blaze, I got heated though. Then I'm let the heater flow and send it to the heat below. Think it's a game, I pick the date before you let him roll. Think I'm insane, but from the start I never had control. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale of the moonlight? Have you ever laid with a demon with the flames by your bedside? Smoking the air, sipping on spirits, get the mood right, get the crew hype. Middle fingers to the blue lights, dancing on your grave while I gaze into the moonlight.
Rolling through the city, heart is empty, but I'm feeling frisky, knowing I can make it even though these niggas want it in me. Got some rolling papers and some bitches, yeah, we getting litty, feeling out of place. Fuck it, I got my niggas with me. We on a long road, smoking trees and bagging hoes. Love is faded, I'm jaded, consequences are never told. Running out of character, the real me is getting old. Facing the facade, 50 shades, and I fall below. I'm on some new shit, underworld a new bitch. Your loose lips tangle you up, I guess this news fits. I do this, spitting some fire in F doom hits. The sun god bringing some light, now watch your mood switch. Hieroglyphs when writing scripts, namaste but conquering. Conjuring some spirits in the valleys where they die and quit. Just a gladiator on a righteous tip, still sharp and steel, but I'm colder than the Arctic gets.
What's up? How is everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's having a fantastic Monday, because it's still Monday, in my opinion, obviously. Until I lay my head down, it is still Monday night. But no, hope everybody had a fantastic Monday. It's your boy, Wakamar, in the building. I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition. Of course, your boy, Wakamar. We on episode 163, y'all. Episode 163, getting in, counting them up, racking them episodes up. 163 episodes of the Late Night Owl with your boy Wild Card Martin. But as always, that's the homie 40 Water, aka Silent Hill TDS. Him and J. Leo, Pale Moon Dividends, the official and unofficial theme song to the show. Go show them boys some love on the YouTube page at Hitchhikers. And of course, while you're on YouTube, make sure you hit up I.O.W. Sports Network YouTube page as well. That's where all the content is at. Show us some love. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Bing! And it lets you know every time we go live and drop some content. Of course, there is that's the Instagram address. And as well, that is the Twitter address. Always make sure, take your ass on over to our Facebook page, I.O.W. Sports Network. Gives you all a chance to, drop your own take, spark a good adult conversation with fellow sports heads. Got a funny meme. You got sports content, got your own sports podcast. Drop your material. Let people know what you got. If you got a podcast, let people know what you got. You got a small business. Let people know what you got. That's the point of the network. Emphasis on network. We trying to network around here. Everybody eat. The pie's big enough for everybody. What's up, Tim? How you doing, my guy? My guy Matt in the building. You got two great followers of the show. They in the building, but y'all know what time it is. It is Monday. So the last few weeks we have been, I guess it's an impromptu series, but it's always a good time on Monday because, as always, Monday nights with the bony homie. We got the Beast Mo Bones in the building. What's good, Boney?
It's Monday. You know what that means.
It's Monday. You know what that means.
I had
Monday.
to do my own little swivel chair
I saw.
because it's difficult. I'm actually sitting on the fucking bed, so
I was like, what? uh, real quick, let the people know who don't know about the Bony Homie. Drop the podcast, drop the Facebook page, let people know it's really good, man.
yeah, man. Elbow Drop Podcast, YouTube, everywhere else you find streaming. We stream on our Facebook page every Thursday night, 10 p.m. Mar is a guest every episode. I don't understand. I guess you could say he's part of the show. I don't know. Like we try to make sure we keep him on that guest title though. That way, once we start getting his revenue in,
They gotta pay
his
it.
cut.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find out who I need to talk to and turn that title. We might have to change that motherfucking title because I mean, it's some other motherfuckers over there that slacking on their jobs. So I'll be down to them motherfuckers get the check.
But yeah, man, come find us at BWO, Black Wrestling Order. Not just for black people, but it's a
Yeah.
black safe environment.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt. No doubt. You probably didn't watch the national championship game tonight, did you?
I did not.
No, it's all good, but of course it literally just went off, so I was watching that. But shout out to the Kansas Jayhawks. Growing up in Kansas City, you were either a Kansas Jayhawk fan or a Missouri Tiger fan. Lawrence, Kansas is like 30 to 40 minutes from Kansas City. Columbia is like a couple of hours, so proximity wise, Kansas University is closer to Kansas City, so you get a lot of fans from Kansas. I wasn't, I
Was it
stayed.
nobody in Kansas cheering for them? Cheering for nobody else but the Jayhawks when basketball time came.
Man, that's it. That was it. But no, they win national championship tonight, 72-69. The Tar Heels were not able to get a last minute bucket to tie it up, but there is one topic that I definitely got to get your discussion on, and I got a passage I want to read to you, and I got to get your take on it because when I saw it, I was like, this right here is thought provoking right here. So you might have seen it on Center Court, but this guy had his take. He goes, LeBron's strategy this season: personal success over team success. Sit games when it's against great teams because he will score less. That's why he missed the games last week's games against the 76ers, the Dallas Mavericks, and then yesterday's games against the Denver Nuggets. He only played games against average or below average teams so he can score 30 and maybe 40. The only thing LeBron cares now is that scoring title. Because if you watch most of his games this season, most of his points came from garbage time when they were down 20 plus points. He also doesn't play defense, so he only played half part of the game. What's your thoughts on that passage right there?
I think it's going overboard, but I think it's got a base of truth to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think he's specifically picking games because if he were, he wouldn't pick those games. Like, all right, so basketball is more complex than just I don't want to play against the best team, so I want to score the most points. LeBron James is smart. LeBron can play against the best teams if their defense suits his if the defense doesn't suit his skill or not.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't necessarily mean like playing the 76ers with that, which is a bad example. Okay, sure, it's 76ers, but like the Mavericks, for example. He can easily go out there and put up 30 on the Mavericks. Not to say that the Mavericks aren't great, but like they're not a team that he would be worried about getting his money against. So I don't feel like that really comes from a solid place. I do think that at this point in this juncture that this nigga's only trying to get his right now and trying to pad his Hall of Fame resume. Like I do think that. I just don't think to the extent of this take that is true.
Yeah. I think, especially to say that he's picking certain teams like that. I mean, that actually took you longer than I thought it would, Matt. And I'm surprised it took you that long to throw that in there.
It did take Matt a bit. Matt used it a little bit fast. He must have been getting something to eat. He wasn't at the keyboard.
He must have been distracted because usually Matt on it. Like it don't take Matt long to go ahead and throw that out there. But no, I'll say this: when healthy and out there and playing, look, you of course you got to play basketball. I don't care for his lack of defense. I think that's pretty dookie of him, who supposedly wants to be a GOAT and you can't play no defense. His effort is atrocious. It's trash.
Yeah, average defender in general. For somebody who complained about not being defensive player of the year, he shows he'll be out there trying.
And that's my thing. I can understand if he was like, putting in effort to be defensive player of the year, but I can't even remember the last time I seen LeBron play defense. Damn sure ain't been in the Lakers uniform. So,
we was watching Kobe out here trying to die about this shit, knowing damn well we ain't going to the playoffs, or knowing damn well if we do go to the playoffs, we ain't going nowhere. But that nigga's out here trying to die about this shit on both ends of the ball. That's why we don't fuck with this nigga. Because Kobe was out here trying to die about this shit, and that's the last thing we had. And he came here, nigga. You was gonna get compared to a real GOAT.
No matter what.
We had GOAT expectations out of you.
Mm-hmm.
So when you come out this bitch being lazy or like fucking not even fighting to get into the play-in, like, nigga, do you know how fucking embarrassing it is to miss the playoffs now when you have to play in? Like, if you include the play as a part of the playoffs, you know how embarrassing it is to not make the playoffs or ends? You know how difficult? Like, it's at the point where, shit, how many teams don't make it? Like 4? 3? 4?
Yeah, it's 14 teams. Is because I think it's was it 30 teams in the NBA, or was it 28?
I think it's 30 now.
Okay, so it's 30, but they cut it off at the 10 to get into the play-in, and so like it's like
it's harder to miss it at this point. It's at the point where it's harder to miss it than it is to get there, and you're not mad. You don't want to prove that. That's the thing you should be trying to prove. Like, fuck the scoring title, nigga. Your legacy is, nigga, I came and missed the fucking playoffs.
Just because you can even make the play-in.
Just make the fucking play-in. They gave you an extra chance. That's exactly what it is.
Like, this is sad, bro. Like, you can't even make the 10th seed. Like this is literally, for me, it's hard for me to put LeBron in the conversation next to Kobe and Jordan when you seeing this shit like this.
Kobe, Jordan, Magic, Kareem. I can't.
I can't do it.
I can't put him in my top 5, and the numbers do lie. If that's the one thing, if that was the theme of this season, that's the one thing that I gained from this season as far as knowledge goes. The numbers do lie. You can do a lot with them numbers without the context.
And I think that's what bothers me with these LeBron sexuals is they'll what's the first thing that they run to? It's the stats. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, if the guy plays 19 years, of course he's going to be at the top rows of a lot of those lists. Especially you look at his usage rate and the amount of percentage that he has of basketball in his hands. Of course he's going to be high up there in scoring, high up there in assist. That's his game.
Especially when people ignore the fact that he shot the ball more times per game than Kobe.
Hey, and they forget that he got more turnovers than Kobe.
Like, we just ignoring a lot of this.
Well, they forget.
Pick and choose.
But LeBron's sitting at the top of that turnover list. Mm-hmm. and Russell
Westbrook will catch him though.
And Westbrook in top 5 too. And
Westbrook will catch him. He's a GOAT. Westbrook the turnover GOAT, nigga.
Hey, that boy sneeze, I chew. Hey, but it amazes me how that they really thought that was going to work when you got 2 guys that have one of the highest usage rates with the basketball in their hand on the same team, and 2 dudes that are high in turnovers. on the same team. And y'all both in the starting lineup together for majority of the year. And don't get me wrong, they're using Russell. They are definitely using Westbrook as a legit scapegoat for majority of this shit. Does he deserve some blame? Oh, he deserves some blame. That's that's understood, I think. But I don't. When you look at what LeBron's been doing this year, that you got to take that. People got to take that into consideration. Like he's at fault for some of this too. He's at fault for some of this too. And I know they're going to use Frank Vogel as a scapegoat as well.
I even blame Russell Westbrook for how LeBron is playing. That nigga got to the middle of the season because he ain't played this all season. That nigga got like to the middle of the season and said, "Man, fuck this shit. This shit pointless. I finna go out this bitch and get mine and go sit my ass down.
Let me get my 30.
I fucked up. I fucked up and brought that nigga here. But I'm finna get something out of it."
Hey, that is sad. Hey, that is sad with them the Knicks have a better shot at goddamn probably getting to the play in. Just to play in.
That is fucking crazy.
Like
I think now's a good time to go to a commercial break. Hey guys, everybody who's been watching this show, if you guys support us, I'd like for everybody to know that I'm going to be starting a GoFundMe soon because Lamar obviously has been having problems paying his electric bill and he has no heat in his house. Maybe it's his gas bill he not able to pay. This nigga's the only nigga that come with a full hoodie and skull cap to a show that he does in his house. So if anybody is willing to donate, help us pay Lamar's gas bill so he can get some heat on. Because all he got on is he got the electric oven on in his house right now, trying to warm that bitch up.
Wait, hold on. First of all, it's actually like 50 degrees outside, and I got the window open, so it's like a slight chill. So I'm like keeping it cool, and then plus it airs out the room when I smoke my L's. And two, this is an I.O.W. man. I'm rocking the brand, man. I'm rocking the brand.
The brand don't make t-shirts, nigga?
Yeah, we do. Hey man. So, hey man, coming from the hoodie man that used to be all hoodies all the time anyway. And you got the how you gonna rock that?
That shit used to be horrible decisions too. When I was doing that, it was all summer, and when I went to something else, it was when the summer ended, and it was freezing outside then.
Matt said, "Let me ask y'all this: what do you think he would have been as a player if he played in the 80s and 90s when you can lose a tooth and it was a common foul?
A motherfucking killer." Let me tell you why LeBron flopped, and why if Michael Jordan played in this era, Michael Jordan would flop. Because flopping is the way to play. You would be a fool if you didn't flop. It's just like if you didn't if you didn't get up and look at the refs after you got fouled in the 90s. It's a thing you do to get by. You kind of have to. If you don't do that, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. LeBron not flopping because he hurt. No. LeBron will run through these niggas in the 90s and hurt them.
He trying to get
if that was the game that we played, we would be playing that game. So I'm not tripping over the flopping like everybody else is, or acting like if he played in the 90s, he wouldn't be effective at all. Because these niggas ain't hurting LeBron. Like they just aren't. He acting for a bonus. If you don't like that, then the issue is not with LeBron or with James Harden or with anyone else who flopped. The issue is with the league for having it designed for flopping to be successful.
Yeah, because but the NBA, they supposedly was cracking down on flopping, but I mean it still happens.
They did that for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and they said they were going to start fine, and you know
they should have rolled with it. They should have rolled with it. It would have eventually sunk in and been a thing. But if you don't consistently do it, and eventually they keep flopping, but you don't consistently do your whole anti-flopping thing, and then you just say fuck it, we're gonna let them roll. Mm-hmm. And they kept flopping. Why would they ever stop? Why would they change anything?
Yeah,
like James Harden has it down to a fucking art. So like, of course, he's gonna like, you know what I mean? You'd be a fool if you just decided, man, I'm tired of people talking about me crying, so I'm not gonna get this extra 10 to 20 points a game.
Yeah. Uh, only thing I would say is you see that LeBron is in what year 18, year 19.
Mm-hmm.
If he was playing in the 90s and especially like late 80s when they had Bad Boy, Pistons, the Celtics and all that shit in the East, I don't think he would have the longevity of playing like 19 years. He probably
LeBron
played like,
James is a million times stronger than that fucking pedophile rapist Karl Malone.
and yeah, you're right.
So that's my comparison there.
But hey, how many years Malone played?
19,
Did he?
18, 19,
Let me look that up real quick.
possibly 20. A long time.
Because the only thing I'm thinking for, damn, I guess he did play. Yeah, he played 19 seasons. Huh. I guess so. I
And he a
guess
bitch.
yeah, he's a sad excuse of a human being.
I hate I had to use him as an example too, but
but
like I
no,
didn't have anything off the top of my head.
but you know what's crazy? He does have that same body structure of Karl Malone, pretty much bulky,
And but
agile
also
on the court.
But also, he has like the same mindset of a Kareem who survived basically by the yoga and making sure he's flexible.
Mhm.
So like, he would have made through all them beatings. Still,
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that burst my bubble because I was going to say I'm like I don't know if he'll play 19. He'll probably play like 13 maybe. He'll get his because he obviously the talent that he has to get to the cup, get to the rim. He'll be able to survive. So I guess that's actually not a bad comparison of playing 19 years like Malone did in that same era and made it to the mid 2000s. Shit. So
and then
yeah.
that's also a time where being more athletic was like a better case for you than like not a case, but a better skill set for you than having actual skills
Mhm.
in the 90s.
I mean, because
Because
you look at Kevin Garnett played a long time. Duncan played a long time in that I guess in that time frame. So did Robinson. So yeah. I was ready to make some points that maybe LeBron wouldn't make it, but I was like, damn, it actually is a good point. And you're right, he probably would have ate like crazy because if you take Karl Malone's agility on the court and you amplify it at least by 3 more times, that's what you get with LeBron. So yeah, he'd have been a monster out there. Facing the bad boys from Detroit, McHale, Perrysburg, Knicks teams. Uh, uh, Come on, man. If Jordan demolished all those Knicks teams, I'm pretty sure LeBron would have got his same.
yeah, I mean the Jordan survived it.
They would maul you if you kept driving to the paint. Um, I guess they would have mauled him, but just because you see how great of a passer that LeBron is, you're not going to sit there be able to just keep hitting him for no reason because he'll end up driving and kicking at some point and finding the outlet
That's
pass or
gonna fuck
whatever.
up that's gonna fuck up the bad boys' whole defense. When your defense is I see him coming towards the rim, hurry up and go tackle him. You don't
Yeah,
have like no awareness of anything else other than I'm finna go clothesline this nigga.
yeah. And you got three guys collapsing on him. You just
Right.
left two guys open. So
And they not gonna change their mind. They already in full beat this nigga ass mode.
yeah. And he said, but Jordan took a beating while dishing it out.
That's what I'm
I don't
saying. But
know.
he still played for forever. He could have played much longer than he did.
Oh, Jordan? Oh,
Hmm.
easily.
So
Easily. He pretty much took a year and a half off in the middle of all that winning. So he could have played longer. Um, and then he took a couple of years off and then came back in 2000. So I mean, if Jordan pretty much didn't take two different retirements, he probably could have played uh,
mhm.
close to 20 years. Uh, I don't know. I still can't put LeBron. maybe I'm old school, and you know a lot of these LeBronites they're young, so you know they
Mhm.
didn't even they had to really look at that damn documentary to really see how cold blooded MJ was. So you know, I just hate when people get caught up with the stats of what LeBron is doing, and I
Context, man.
I get it. He's great. He is good, but when you especially when you look at this season and the team is just looking absolute pitiful, and pretty much the injuries are only between Anthony Davis, LeBron will miss his time here and there. Uh, I mean, I know Kendrick Nunn hasn't had a chance to hit the court at all this year, but would that been like that much of a difference
It's
to the
Kendrick Nunn.
squad?
You know what I mean?
I think it'd have made like
I think LeBron mentality is the difference between us making the play-ins and not though. So like that's where my knock is on him. I don't really expect him to have done much, but I mean, not making the top 10 teams, I'm not okay with that of anybody. Nobody would be able to get away with that. Like I'm fine. I say, but say before the play-ins and you're an 11 seed and it's a great player on the team, you know it's cool. You know why? Because you probably shut down at halftime, and you should. I agree. Well, I don't really agree, but I'm cool with that because like I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle because I feel like this would never happen. I feel like Kobe would never miss the playoffs if there was a like even the years we didn't make the 10 seed. It would have been different because you would have been playing knowing that you can make 10 seed. Like once you're
Mhm.
looking at it like, okay, well, we can't make the playoffs. There's no point in me coming out here hurting myself. But you still got a chance right now. You know what I mean? So you should still be out here dying for this shit.
like
That's just me.
trying. No. You're not wrong, Bones. Because I feel that way too. Obviously, we both have a lot of things in common. We're both Lakers fans, and we both have a slight disdain for LeBron, and we don't put him in our top five of goals. But when it comes to this is to me this is about pride, bruh. Like you don't. The NBA has made this playing tournament literally as the ultimate chance and a chance and chance again to
Hmm.
make sure you get to into the playoffs.
And
Like
somebody can do it.
if and that's the thing. It's like, bro, this is all you have to do is just get your team to be number 10. We're not asking you to go win the West right now. We're just asking you to be number 10 and
And
give
you've
your
been up here.
chance an
You've been up here.
opportunity.
You've been up here talking this good shit about if we make the playoffs. It'd be your whole thing, your whole career. If we make the playoffs, well, nigga, you can. You see that shit ain't true.
Here's the rest of their schedule, bro. They got 4 games left. Uh, they got the Suns tonight, Tuesday night. Well, technically Tuesday night. Um, I, I mean, the Suns already got the number 1 seed and the best overall record in NBA lockdown. So if they choose to rest, they don't have to. I mean, you don't have to do no favors and let the Lakers in. I mean, because
Mhm.
they need. I mean, they're 2 games behind San Antonio, so they need some help. Uh, then they got the Warriors, who are the 2nd seed in the West. But again, they don't have to rest their players. Uh, you get the Thunder. Uh, it, Now that may look like a gimme game. It may look like a
The
gimme
Thunder
game.
coming out here to get a win.
But the Thunder have already beat the Lakers at least 2 or 3 times this year already.
Exactly, and they coming to do it again.
They come
Like
and do it again.
they coming to do it again. They ain't coming to fuck around.
And then they finish up with the Nuggets, who pretty much are going to be playing to find their seating
Hmm.
between 3 and 6, pretty much. So I don't see a gimme in there.
I know this, man. I can't wait till the season over so I can start talking about how bad the Nets are gonna do. I don't have to talk about the Lakers no more. I can just start getting off all my frustrations on how bad the Nets are gonna be.
Uh, so they got San Antonio in front of them, so they need to get past San Antonio. So here's San Antonio's schedule. San Antonio has the Nuggets Tuesday night. So Nuggets. I think they're going to be still competitive. They got the Timberwolves, who pretty much are going to be trying to, get their seeding. So I think they'll end up playing pretty tough. Then they got the Warriors, and then they finish up with the Mavericks. I don't see a lot of gimmies right there. So
Right.
what I'm saying is, there's still a chance.
They don't feel like that. By they, I mean LeBron specifically. Everybody else just follow his lead, and that's how it makes sense. But I mean, that's what it's like.
Hey,
I'm
but you
t-
know what? It's crazy the way that you're saying that, because you're saying like the mojo of the team and the flow of the team lives and starts by LeBron. So if he's not putting in effort, they not putting in effort.
Right, has to be, man. This nigga don't think this nigga ain't coming to win. Nigga, why? You know what I mean, shit, he don't believe we can win this shit. What the fuck I'm gonna do?
I want my respect. He wanted his respect, bro.
That nigga wants some respect for these numbers that he's getting. He wants the ESPN respect. You
Okay.
can't quantify
So
heart.
then we need to have this conversation. Me and you need to have this conversation about the respectability of that bubble championship, dude.
It's very respectable.
Oh, come on. We not doing that, Bones. Come on,
They
man.
ain't have no advantages everybody else didn't have. It was an even playing field. If anything, it's the most even playing field ever. Without all the I have to do this traveling XYZ stuff. So everybody playing on a flat even playing field. We walked to the same court. We played the same minutes. Kevin Durant wasn't there. You know what? Kevin Durant wasn't going to the finals anyway. It made no difference to the Lakers. None. Everybody had the same drawbacks that the Lakers had. And everybody had the same advantages that the Lakers had.
Okay, so answer this for me then. When they had the 3-month layoff from when they ended the regular season short and then picked it up in the bubble, do you think that layoff benefited everybody or just LeBron and the Lakers? Because you're talking about at that time he's 36. He's already showing signs he can't stay durable. He was hurt the year before. And
First, it benefit. If anybody, you should be focusing on Anthony Davis, and not because Anthony Davis needed the rest, but because Anthony Davis is more likely to get hurt the more
hurt.
things he does.
Exactly.
But also, that benefits literally everybody else the same way. Just because Anthony Davis is more injury prone than most people, there are a bunch of other injury prone people who could get hurt too. A bunch of
True.
other older people.
But I'm willing to say that LeBron was so refreshed and energized from that 3-month layoff because that dude was starting to slow down, man. His
Yeah, man.
game.
But so was Damian Lillard. Like everybody was refreshed and energized. The thing about it, and the real thing about it there is that where we benefited, and this is just something we benefited from, and the fact that we benefited from it is not that we had an advantage, it's that we actually took advantage that no one else took. And that's the fact that I'm pretty sure that these niggas got lazy. These young niggas were stupid and lazy and did not practice and did not play like they should have been playing throughout this break. They took a vacation. That's not something that you knock us for winning because they didn't do things they were supposed to do. They had the same opportunities. Even playing field. Even playing field. We had the same opportunities as you get. You don't take advantage of them, you don't use it properly, that's on you. But if we both start in the race at the same start line and we finish at the same finish line, just because that race is downhill, we all running downhill though. If I beat you, nigga, I won. It ain't, oh well, he only won because it was downhill. And we all was running downhill, but they was trying to run downhill. Like that. No, we still won the race. Same starting line, same finish line.
I don't know, Bones. You talking about LeBron? Look, rest does a body good for a 36-year-old compared to a 28-year-old
If LeBron,
or a 26 or 25-year-old.
If LeBron loses, this conversation doesn't happen. And the fact that that's true,
I don't know.
Is why
I would still question that bubble championship for anybody because especially when you got a 3-month layoff like that, and the Lakers they may have been projected to win the championship. But of course, anybody can say that because you got Anthony Davis at that point in time who was less fragile than he is now. But
you question that Tim Duncan championship.
Well, you talking about that strike shortened season in '99?
Mm-hmm.
That ain't the same, dog.
It's the same. It was different.
How?
because it was a whole different type of season. They played less games. They could have been. Oh, they had David Robinson, right?
They missed games because of, but it wasn't. How many games they played that year in regular season? Was it 60?
60 something,
Yeah, but
60
still.
somewhere in there. Missed like 20 something games.
Let me.
But everybody played the same amount of games though. Even playing field. I'm more questionable about fucking Kawhi ring than that. That's a more questionable ring than the bubble ring.
Well, when the one he got in Toronto,
Yeah.
what's questionable about that?
The fact that everybody was injured and he still barely got there. He played like 3 rounds. He played 3 rounds of injuries.
Look, I've been on record to say that if KD and Clay don't get hurt, Kawhi don't get that ring. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, he gets swept.
Okay. So, but I mean,
That's a different thing. See, that's where you comparing like only Kawhi benefited from this. But now scenario, but you could take a scenario where everybody is on an even playing field and say, well, because this was different, this one doesn't count. But everyone's on an even playing field. Same starting line, same finish line. Our ring counts. All my rings count.
Damn, you might have flipped me on that.
Ooh, I'm glad because that's a tough. I've been trying to do it for like a whole season now. Season about to end. I've been trying to flip you since the season started. So,
because bro, like when you see, because the proof was in the pudding, you see that it's a ticking time bomb when it comes with Anthony Davis. First of all, at any moment, this dude can literally like just wake up out of bed and twist an ankle.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get to. That's what I was going to add on to it too. Like him, got me playing basketball. So if time passes, nigga, he's taking the risk of getting injured.
Hey, if he fart too hard, bro, he got a chance of breaking his spine, dog. So
like, he's not allowed to have sex during the season. Nothing but hand jobs for you.
And somebody else got to do it because we don't need to break your hand.
Right. We don't trust you. Nothing but hand jobs for you, dog.
But I mean, so you add that factor that dude is a ticking time bomb, because it's not a matter of if, it's when it's going to happen and he's going to get hurt. And so having that 3-month layoff, like you isolated because of the pandemic, he gonna be healthy.
He's still hooping though, so he still could get hurt just as well. Just saying.
No, and you're right.
Just saying, Anthony Davis could have still got hurt in his gym in his house, and he could have still got hurt.
Matt said he could have sprained his neck season. But I'm just, and then so you take that factor, then you look at the LeBron factor that he got a chance to, rest his old bones, and so that's how I always felt about that bubble. I felt that the Lakers benefited the most from that three-month layoff, but now that you're putting it in what you have presented, it is the same starting point and same finish line. It is. It's still the same even playing field for those who still were still in playoff contention for all the playoff teams.
So thank you, LeBron, for my one ring, and you are like number 11 on the greatest Lakers of all time now.
No, not even.
Me probably 11.
Kobe, West, Kareem, Magic, Shaq. So that's 5.
Wilt. Which is crazy because it's almost the same thing.
So that's 6.
The other white boy.
Which one?
The one that played with Jerry West.
I can't remember his name.
I can't either. I can just picture him in my head right now.
Yeah, James Worthy. I'm definitely James Worthy. So that's 7.
Hmm.
I will put Fish in there. D Fish.
I would never put Fish in there.
You don't think he would? Kobe and Shaq don't, and
Man,
Kobe don't.
Derek Fisher's only greatness was being there. That was it. He was just there.
Matt saying Byron Scott.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so that's 8. We all can agree on that. So that's Byron Scott. That's 8. Who else am I fucking forgetting? Would you put Cooper in there? Michael Cooper?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, so that's 9.
I put a lot of people there, and it's not just about being more skilled
No.
either. If anyone
I'm
wants
talking
to,
about I'm talking about Lakers
right?
because
If anyone wants to, I'm saying if anybody else is watching this is like Michael Cooper over LeBron, like it's not. It's just not how it works.
yeah. We talking about Lakers, y'all.
Who else jerseys we got hung up?
We talking about Ben Hale.
That's all I gotta do is think about the jerseys hanging up. He definitely like. I wouldn't hang LeBron's jersey up. Let me put it that way. I don't think LeBron's jersey should be hung up, and I don't think LeBron's jersey should be hung up. That's the easiest way for me to put it.
When he retired, don't even bother putting his jersey in the
And so maybe I do put Derek Fisher over him because I would rather see Derek Fisher's jersey hung up, and I definitely don't want Derek Fisher's jersey hung up either.
Damn, Cuddy. Hold on, because I got it.
Having your jersey hung up as a Laker is bigger deal than being in the Hall of Fame. And that's official because we got Hall of Famers who don't have their jerseys hung up.
I'm trying to find this shit. Why can't I not find the shit that I need to find?
No, on any other day I would notice off the top of my head, but right now all I can think of is Chick Hearn, and that's it.
Well, I know Chick Hearn they retired his microphone.
The one that's the last one I should think of. Obviously, both the Kobe jerseys, Magic, Kareem, Jerry West, Wilt. Let's see, so it's 13.
How the hell did we not even name Elgin Baylor? I'm tripping off of that.
Elgin Baylor, thanks. Rainforest, man. That's what happened when you on late.
Hey, yeah. So Kobe Bryant retired, Wilt, Elgin. Gail Goodrich was the guy we were thinking of.
Gail Goodrich, thanks.
Yeah. Magic, Kareem, Shaq, Worthy, Jerry West. They got Jamal Wilkes retired. That looks like it's about it of all the retired numbers. Might be more, but that's all I was able to find, at least for right now. So I mean, but still, if you talk about,
I need but that one ring. Who is it? This number is not retired. George Mikan.
Mm-hmm.
That's who jersey's not retired.
Iceman
above LeBron.
And here's the thing, because I think you hit it right on the head. Anthony, he says I'm reaching, but I will go Lamar Odom. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if you put Lamar Odom as one of the greatest Lakers over LeBron.
I wouldn't put over LeBron. I would put Paul Gasol over him though. While you're there.
Yeah, Matt said that he put a question mark on Paul Gasol.
Yeah, while I was there, I would go Paul over him.
Well, here's my thing, because I think you were going that direction to saying it. He did what he was supposed to do when he signed, got the ring, and thank you. Hey, you got us to number 17. We're tied with Boston, so now it's an arms race to who's going to have the most now. So now you did what all Lakers fans wanted you to do, at least get one.
Yeah, but the thing about it also is that once you get one, is to quote Lloyd Banks, the hunger for more. Nigga, you was full. You got full real fast.
We on fire up in here, everybody. We on fire. We getting loose in this motherfucker.
Nigga, what you say?
Hey, low key, sidebar. Hey, that album banged on Hunger for More, the first one. That joint kind of
Man,
bang for
we about to
me.
start. We're gonna start holding an argument because that Young Buck album, the best G Unit album.
Which one? Cashville?
Sarah Cashville. Go
But
listen to it again. Go re-listen to it. Like
hey, hold
whenever
on, hold
you
on,
not doing it tomorrow.
hold on, hold on. What? Because he didn't have Get Buck with me on that one. That wasn't
Yeah,
on that one.
that was the next. That was Buck the World. This one was Damn, now you got Buck the World. Now you got Get Buck with me stuck in my head. That's all I can hum is.
Don't.
This one had black gloves, black mask, has Stomp on it.
Okay. Okay. Stomp was my shit. Stomp was my shit. Got this 12 gauge and hit a couple blocks. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that shit was
I'm gonna ride.
They go ride. Anyway, no. Man, we were supposed to debate something else. What were we supposed to debate?
Oh yeah, I'll definitely come talk about Magic Johnson.
Oh yeah, you came to talk about the Magic Man today.
Yeah, this was near and dear. This was near and dear to my heart.
They didn't have a winning team this Sunday. I didn't see it.
Oh, they did. They did. Yep, you gotta get up on winning time. You behind now.
What is it? 4 episodes or 5 now?
Yeah, this is the fourth one. Sunday was the fourth one. You probably weren't paying attention because of Mania.
By the way, you was at Mania, right? So let me ask you this: when you buy the tickets for Mania, do they give you like a 1-day and 2-day option, or like you can pick?
I think you bought a 2-day option. I didn't buy the tickets myself, so I don't know. But I know I had the same seats, so.
Okay, so you went both days though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we did a preview to WrestleMania with the Dirty Heels on Thursday, and without giving too much away, speak on WrestleMania because don't go in depth on the matches because we'll do that on another day.
Yeah,
so.
you'll be on the drop, man. I'm just gonna say one thing. There's one very important part that I've been bringing up to everybody. If you don't know what a pop is when like in a moment where something happens and everybody just gets loud or goes crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest pop was
Had it been
both nights. Nope. You know it was Stone Cold.
Yeah, I know.
Night 1, night 2, Stone Cold.
Really?
Now, Cody return was tied for the biggest pops. Tied along with Bianca Belair winning. Those two are just as big as pop, right?
Mm-hmm.
The third pop that was tied with those two pops was when Wee-Man came out from the ring.
Wee-Man.
But Wee-Man had one of the biggest pop. Wee-Man had bigger pop than Vince McMahon.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Like
That's
Vince McMahon's interest was not louder than Wee-Man coming out from underneath the ring.
Which is surprising because usually when Vince come out, boy, his pop is pretty hard, dog.
Yeah, it was strong. It wasn't as strong as Cody or Bianca or Wee-Man.
Man, I know that. Obviously, the first pop for Stone Cold was expected because you knew he was coming.
Mm-hmm. The second one, I mean, like we thought it was coming. You no, but you don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they were both the same though. It was regardless. It was the same.
Because I was watching it and I'm like, Vince is looking for somebody to come down to the ring, and I didn't think nothing of it. And then all of a sudden, the glass breaks. I popped at the crib. I was like, oh,
I was like 50-50. I bet Vince. I hope Stone Cold come out now. After a while,
mm-hmm.
not even at first I wasn't expecting it. I didn't even think about Stone Cold to be honest until like after a while the match going. But yeah, let me get to this Magic Johnson debate.
Yeah, because we got 10 minutes in the show. All right, let's get to it.
So,
let's get to it.
This is a short one. This is a short one because it's a short career. But I've been making this argument.
Anthony said, "All I'm saying, I'll make Rhea Ripley a single mother. She is bad."
Nigga, Rhea Ripley make you a single mother. Shit. Rhea Ripley gonna fuck you in missionary, nigga.
This my brutality.
Don't have your legs behind your head, fucking Rhea Ripley.
on, dog. Because all I now is picture is just me getting bent over by Rhea right now.
The same way she pinned them. Same way she pinned them chicks. That's how she gonna be having you down. And Rhea gonna be paying you child support.
Come on, Rhea.
Rhea gonna fuck you so hard you gonna get pregnant.
Come on, Rhea. Come on, I'm taking shit. Come on.
So, man, Magic Johnson, I've been making this argument for years and years and years that Magic Johnson is the greatest player to ever play the game of basketball. What's the point of the game, Lamar? Why do you play?
To get
Why do they play? What do they want?
You get more baggage than the other team.
That's not why you play. That's what you do to get the win, but that's not why you play. You play for the win. You play for the championship. Mm-hmm. Nobody is even close to being as good of a winner as Magic Johnson. Nobody's even close. 75% of the time, Magic Johnson goes to the finals. You know how insane that is? That's not including the 13th year. Because the 13 years there, he came back in 1996 when Eddie Jones didn't win and got him. That's not even counting that year. But that year was also pretty successful, which is pretty good considering he took 5 years off with no basketball shit. He came back and did 14 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, or something like that. Most of this is off the top of the head because this is my guy. Magic Johnson. You remember when they used to be like, LeBron James can play every position. And then they put LeBron James at center and David West did his ass in. Magic Johnson, Magic Johnson, as a rookie, goes to the finals.
1 through 5.
Plays every fucking position in that game. Starts at center, but plays literally every position in that game. Ends that game with, 45, 17, and 7? Let me look. I got it right here. 42 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals. And played every... Do you know, being 20 years old, nigga look at you and say, hey, the greatest center of all time is hurt, nigga. We don't have shit. Well, our lineup fucked up without him. We need you to play pretty much every position. Can you handle that young 20-year-old nigga? If a nigga did that shit today, he would be crowned the greatest player right now. If it happened right now with Twitter and with all the shit, this nigga fucking 42, 15, 7. This is some shit nobody else can do.
That's impressive.
Finals MVP as a rookie. Now, I'll be fair. There's some things you got in consideration, like how Magic Johnson got drafted to the Lakers, and the Lakers are already a good team. That is true. But the Lakers don't work without Magic. The Lakers don't get all this stuff without Magic. Kareem does not play for this long without Magic. James Worthy isn't even talked about without Magic.
Bro, they was ready to write off Kareem at 31 years old.
He was written off. Done. Yeah. He was done. Like that year, they say he was done. He came back and had one good game, but that year he said he was done. This nigga is bar none. You can't say this about anybody else. About anybody else doing any other thing. That Magic Johnson is the best passer of all time, and nobody can argue that he isn't. You can't call Michael Jordan the best scorer of all time, and nobody can argue that he isn't. Because there's arguments to be made. There's arguments to be made for every other skill or that anybody else can do, except for the fact that we know Magic Johnson is the best passer of all time. And sure, they want you would come at him because he only averages 18 to 20 points a game, this whole career. But amongst the top 10 assist leaders, Magic Johnson averages way more points than everybody else. And he's the number 1 assist. No, he's not number 1 with assists because he only played for 9 years. But not 9 years, but 12 years. But if he had played, if his career wasn't cut when it was cut, think about all the other GOATs, if their career were cut when Magic's career was cut. Because Magic's career was cut by anomaly too. So we gotta take in consideration. Imagine, if you take away that amount of time from Michael Jordan did indeed win 3 championships. That's it though. That's his whole career. He lost a whole bunch of times and won 3 championships. Y'all will be arguing that he's 3-0 in the finals. Which honestly, 3-0 in the finals. 6-0 in the finals. After however many years Michael Jordan played, is not as good as 5-4 is in fucking 12 years. It just isn't. Making it to the finals and losing in the finals is not worse than not making it to the finals. I don't know why people act like that, but making it to the finals and losing in the finals is not worse. And this nigga Magic Johnson was playing against the teams that Michael Jordan couldn't beat.
That is true. Could
being fair,
Jordan couldn't beat the Celtics, and Magic found a way to beat the Celtics.
Celtics, Pistons,
For the
76ers.
championship. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Now,
Good point.
being
Good
fair,
point.
I don't want to just because I'm not gonna shit on Michael Jordan to make my point. Being fair, his team wasn't where it needed to be at,
Facts.
but these niggas was dominating though. That's just so like these niggas are like all time great teams. Like probably if you built the top 5 all time teams, 3 of them would have been in the 80s probably. I don't know about now. Time to pass. You got to think about the later Laker teams and fucking shit. But like, let's say top 10. 3 of them would have been in the fucking 80s definitely if you do the top 10.
Oh yeah, you talking about Celtics, Lakers, Pistons? That's 3 for sure. Yeah.
That 76ers team was ridiculous. So yeah, Magic Johnson came in 18, 8 and 7 as a rookie. Average average a double double. Has had multiple years where he almost averaged a triple double. That's pretty much like his thing was almost averaging triple double every year. The only person that was like with his average of double double was the only other person who averaged 10 assists or more per game was Stockton.
Okay.
Other than that, because even Oscar Robertson didn't average it career wise. He's got seasons where, and Oscar Robertson's the only person who averaged that for a season with him. He's averaged 14 assists per game some seasons, and his average, which is higher than everybody else's. You also got to think about how short his career was. That means that year when he came back, his 13th year, was a bigger weight on him, dropping his average down.
Yeah,
his shit was a bit higher, and he's still fucking untouchable. Nobody's ever going to touch that. Not the way they play now.
So that 13th season didn't fuck the stats up.
Yeah, that 13th season fucked the stats up. And it wasn't a bad season. It just wasn't great. It was like a okay season.
It wasn't the typical Magic season.
I think it was a better season than Michael Jordan had on the Wizards.
That's comparable.
That's the only person whose season I can compare because I don't know if anyone else who took a big ass break like that and came back.
Yeah.
Because niggas is taking breaks and not fucking playing and shit. Like these niggas is like Michael Jordan was playing golf. That's why a nigga came back in the shape. Like if Michael Jordan had played consistently, if he had even been playing like just pickup games and shit, he would have came back and he would have probably been like fucking top 10 players in the NBA at that point. Oh, bro. He just had moments. But he would have been up there still. He would have been too old.
People forget when he came back with the 4-5, he had to drag that team to the playoffs. That 94-95 Bulls team. And he only lost to the team that ended up losing to the Rockets was the Knicks.
Yeah, because he lost to the Rockets too.
And
I mean, he slide that in.
Yeah, I heard you. Yeah, but I'm saying even if you look at that same regular season record, the Bulls finished with the same record as the Houston Rockets in the regular season. And so imagine had Jordan played that whole season, they
would have had a much better regular season record than the Rockets and still lost to the Rockets.
No, come on, bro.
That was the year, bro. That was the year, and I'm gonna fight that to the death. And that's something we gotta fight next time.
Yeah, you're right.
We need to like specifically only do that next time so we can actually have this argument because we need to have it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pencil it in for next Monday because
even if I'm wrong, I need to at least even if I'm wrong, I need to at least make people put some respect on the Rockets because niggas been disrespecting the Rockets.
No, I mean since because I look, I always had mad respect for Hakeem, but I guess it went into how you laid out the context of how great he was and you're talking about it in that point of his career when he was pretty much, taking over and because a lot of things get overlooked when you got greatness like Jordan, who's pretty much dominating the league. And so if you subtract
and popular.
Yeah, and popular too. So once you subtract that pretty much that big star and take away the big fish that's in the sea, who's up next, and you can easily say that Hakeem was that next big fish once Michael stepped away from the game for those couple of years. So, I get it, but I mean, we'll line it up because
it's gotta happen.
I got something for you on how the teams were built about that. But look, as always, it's another episode of I.O.W. Sports Late Night Out in the book. Another Monday night with the Bony Homie in the book.
Yeah, bitch.
That's always Boney's homie's way of dipping, but no, appreciate him always hopping on the show. Appreciate everybody watching the show, showing us some love and appreciation. Y'all come back now tomorrow night, episode 164. Same midnight hour, same wild card mark. Peace and love. Y'all have a great and fantastic Tuesday. Peace.
Sound like hell, TD Hurst. Let's get it. Let's go. Yeah. Alright, let me get serious this time. Yo, I'm on my God of War shit. All the war spits, let the bass kick. Nigga, feel the fucking floor lip. Watch your pores rip from these razor blade fingertips. Smoke hit your face like a hammer fist. Outstanding with suicidal flow. Nose diving to a free fall. Speedball, cannonball, jerking out on Adderall. I just watch the bodies fall. Supercharged like Dragon Ball. When I spit this fire out my mouth, you hear the dragon skull. Daily with explosiveness, just off of this woven silk. Grinding rappers, flesh in the syrup and call it muscle milk. Sound nutritious, my hunger forever endless. I'm vicious and bloodthirsty, my nigga. I handle business pretentious, I leave them injured. Eating figures for dinner, underground like not the splinter. Then hibernate for the winter. Illiterate, so I can give a fuck about the sentence. Belligerent, so I don't give a fuck about repentance. Johnny plays with a bag of haze, over roast spirits. A force to be reckoned with when I'm beating all limits. These lyrics are packed with venom. Rattlesnakes in the kitchen, cooking a recipe full of poison. I leave them finished.
Come to punches, yo, I only landed threes. These thick fighting MCs is copping plan B. Never was a M fan, they can't stand me. Been dope since before Hope sampled Annie. If it's smoke, I ain't gon' blame the jammy. Cause smoke, my hands is nicer than your granddaddy. Don't spar unless you a piece of that.